So it's nearly the end of the year and I thought it'd be a perfect time to reflect and look at all the adventures I've done this year. Well-rounded year. We've done races in all weather conditions, snow and blazing heat, rain and sleet. So we have done every terrain I can think we can do in the UK. We've done hilly, marshy, road and trail. So I feel like I've done really well, and let's reflect. Also, if you like running videos, ultra running videos and just general fitness videos in general, hit that subscribe button and please give the video a like, as it really helps the channel. So I started the year really strong as I wanted to do hilly races, and I've got to say I started off really strong when I looked at my first couple of races of the year. We did Anglezark Amble. Anglezark Amble is one of my favourite events. It's a really small event. It's the 50th anniversary this year and it's sold out, so that's really good. I would highly recommend getting a place if you can. I don't know if you can switch places or if there's a waiting list. It's about £17 and it's one of the most community valued races I've ever done. The checkpoints are absolutely amazing, especially for the price of all the support from everyone who gets involved with the race. I feel like all long distance walking society races are like that. And then we did Pendle Way in a day. What can I say about that race? It was really hard. It was a lot harder than I expected, and a lot more dark, a lot more muddy, and it was just a really hard event, to be honest. And it's got me to where I am now, a lot more used to running hills, and hopefully a lot better for Helvellyn, what I'm doing in 20 days. And then from there the training got a bit more serious and we started heading into 100-mile weeks. Well, if I told myself that I was going to do 100-mile training weeks, we went straight into the training and up the distance to 100-mile training weeks. And if I told you 2 years ago that I was going to do back-to-back 100-mile training weeks, I would have thought you was lying, as I tried to do this 2 years ago. I tried to do a 100-mile training week a couple of years ago and I literally died. And the way I can do 100-mile training weeks now and not be too bad is absolutely amazing. It shows how much I've grown over the years and how I've got here now. And I do think we aim to judge ourselves on other people, but that's not possible. There's no way that one person's training can be the same as everyone else's or someone else's training. That's because we all have different experiences in life, so we can't ask of ourselves to do what other people do. And I think that's one thing I have realised over the last couple of years, is that don't judge yourself, just do 100%, because that's all I can do and that's all anyone else can do. And my 100% effort will look a lot different than anyone else's 100% effort at training. The beauty of all sport, that we all have our strong points and we all have our weak points, but when we bring it all together into a team, we're all absolutely amazing. So the race after that was a couple of familiar races. If you've been here on the channel for a long time, we did Manchester to Liverpool 50 miler. On that week, I think it was my second 100-mile training week, and that week I did legs, so that race was really hard for me as I was doing a lot of things what I don't normally do, and also an ultra marathon on top. And I feel like I did so well to finish the race in whatever time I did, just because how intense that week was. Familiar, but it was totally different than any other time I did it, because I went pacing Katia and I absolutely loved it. I loved pacing, I loved how I was getting my training in, and it was so different seeing it from a different side, and also helping someone in areas that I struggled that year. And to be honest, for me, maybe not for Katya, it was the most funny experience of my life. Like, I remember there was a moment where Katya was screaming, going, where are you? Where are you, Andrew? And I went, I'm stood in front of you. Just caught a brain, couldn't work out, but I was literally stood in front of her, and she must have just looked everywhere around there thinking I've vanished, and I was like, literally just look in front of you. It was just so funny. Oh. And from there, we did a new race by a company. I don't think I've ever done a race by Coast Runners and 3cc. I nearly got the name wrong, because when I did that race originally, I said it was Run Through, but it turns out no, it wasn't. I just got the race name wrong, and I'm so sorry for that, especially because it was such an amazing race, so organised. And if you wanted to do your first ever ultra, I would take a look at the Ultra Series. I loved that race so much, it was so fun. They do Kendal to Preston, I love that race, it was so fun. It was just amazing. There was llamas. We started at Kendal in this, I think it was called Lakeland Maze, and it was just somewhere I really want to go back. The canals were so pretty. I've never been on canals where it's not just been, the canals in Wigan are just not the same as the canals everywhere else. I'm just going to say that. They're a bit more scruffy, as that canal was absolutely beautiful. Then we did, they also do Castle to Castle, what I couldn't do last year, but I'm going to do it this year. I'm going to do the full 3 races, as I just really enjoyed that company. I just really enjoyed that company, and also thought it was a bargain. And the last race they do in the ultra running series is Tower to Castle at Lancashire Castle. Lancashire Castle, no, not Lancashire, starts with an L and finishes at a castle. That race is a really good running event if you struggle getting accommodation, because it starts off in Blackpool. You can get really cheap accommodation, and it's so budget friendly, especially if you're scared of doing an ultra and thinking that you might DNF or pull out. You don't really have to worry about losing out on too much money. So if that's one thing what puts you off doing an ultra, that's a perfect race for you. Then we did Leeds to Liverpool yet again, and I'm going to say I did DNF, but I'm happy I did DNF. And because I've got quite a lot of experience at ultra running now, I really take it in a different way, as it was just not worth injuring my leg. I felt like I had muscle weakness, what was causing a repetitive strain injury, and it always happens every so often. It usually fixes itself. I've done so well with the training this year, I don't want to let it go to waste and injure myself. So I DNF'd, even that I probably could have walked it and still finished in time, and went straight back to training and did a lot of strength work, read a lot on hyperextensive and hypermobility, and I think I fixed the issue. So maybe we'll go back next year, maybe we won't. What do you think? Grow is by learning from your mistakes, and just enjoying and accepting what happens on the way. And a lot of the knowledge for that comes from things not going to plan and DNFing, but I think that's all part of the fun, and the more you come to grow to accept that, the better it is. I hope you've had a wonderful year of training. I hope you enjoyed revisiting my year with me, and I want to ask you to comment, what do you think the best bit of your year and your training's been, and the best race you have done? And we can use this video in the comment section as just a little positivity, and show some love to race companies and events and all the volunteers as well. This is me signing out for the year. I really enjoyed it. I really loved it. I love making these videos for you. Subscribe to the channel as we're nearly to 1,000 subscribers. And that can be a goal I can mark off my list as well. It's took quite a long time and it's been a journey and it's been an adventure, but it's one what I've really enjoyed doing. And I will see you in 2025.